CineStill CS41 at-home color development kit is probably the most popular option for people who want to develop their own color negative film. I've been using the CineStill chemicals for years, and to prove that, the rest of this video was filmed back in 2022 when I had 0 subscribers. So enjoy the cringe. This is how to mix your own C41 chemicals. See you on the other side. Well, hello video land. Today, we're mixing C41 chemistry. I personally use CineStill's CS41 kit. S stands for simplified, for idiots like you and me. It's really easy. You only got 2 things to worry about, your developer and your Blix. Now Blix is really 2 things, bleach and fix, but people got lazy and combined them. Now if you're following along with the same chemicals, and you got this instead of that shiny pouch, don't worry, it's just a rebranding with cooler graphic design. Now CineStill doesn't just make powdered chemistry, they also make cool films. Well really they don't make them, Kodak does. They just take them out of the box, do a little razzle dazzle, put it in a new box, and you waste a lot more money. Now it doesn't matter what brand you go with as long as you have some C41 color development chemistry. In your fancy pouch, there's 3 other pouches, each one containing a cool chemical. I know I put them in order of 1, 3, 2. Forgive me. Pouch 1 is your color developer. Pouch 2 is Blix Part A. Pouch 3 is Blix B. Now other than your pouch, you'll need a few other necessities. Something to mix everything in, a thermometer, something to stir it all up, a container to measure in milliliter increments up to 1 liter. I personally use a beaker because I want to seem like Dexter. A funnel if you don't want to make a mess, and some bottles to store it in. Now the first step is heating up your water. I personally use distilled water. I'm sure you could get by with just using tap water if you don't have too many minerals in there, but I'm just a little paranoid about it, and I like wasting money. That's why I shoot film. To heat up the water, I use a tempered bath powered by this fancy bottom-of-the-line sous vide I got off Amazon. The instructions in the CineStill CS41 packet recommend heating up your water to around 100 to 102 degrees before mixing in your powder. I personally like to get it a lot hotter than that because it aids in getting all the powder mixed in with that water. Now don't just trust that your water is at the temperature that the sous vide says. Those things lie. Take your thermometer and swirl it around in that water to get a nice accurate reading. Before we go any further, make sure to take proper safety precautions. Glove up, put on your mask, everyone's got them now, and be under proper ventilation. I don't want to get sued. Now after opening the development powder pouch, you see it's some fine sugary little powder. Don't taste it, it's not sugar. Now we're ready to get going. To start off, pour 600 to 700 milliliters of water into your measuring container. That doesn't have to be super accurate because you're going to be adding the powder and topping it off later. Don't stress. Continuously stir the water as you add the powder from your packet to ensure that it all gets evenly mixed. It's like making a little whirlpool. It's a lot of fun. Keep on mixing until the whole thing looks like one homogeneous mess of swamp water with no particulates floating around. Once it looks nice and even, top it off to 1000 milliliters as you stir. I know it's a little hard to keep stirring and making sure that you get an accurate measurement in pouring up to 1000 milliliters, so don't be shy if you give up the stirring a little bit to make sure you're pouring on point. After reaching 1000 milliliters, continue stirring until it's all thoroughly mixed. Once it's all nice and thoroughly mixed, grab your funnel and your bottle and get ready to pour it all in there and tightly cap it. After putting it in my storage bottle, I like to give it a nice thorough shake, like a Polaroid picture. Except you don't do that. Don't do that. If you're mixing new chemicals in preparation to develop a new batch of film, be sure to put it right back into the tempered bath so it stays at a high temperature and ready to go. Now, a very important step. Be sure to rinse off your beaker, your container, your funnel, and all that jazz before you move on to mixing up some Blix, the bleach fix. One thing I hate about this CineStill CS41 kit is they offer these nice little tabs to tear at the top of each pouch, but when you do, it still doesn't open up, so be sure to have some scissors handy. Now after opening the Blix A solution, you'll see that it looks like some very fine powder, maybe like flour, maybe like something else. Now just like last time, be sure to pour in 600 to 700 milliliters of water that's been heating up in your tempered bath. And again, continuously stir the water as you add the contents of the packet into the container. Now once it's thoroughly mixed, we'll go ahead and open up Blix B. Now Blix B looks a lot different than the other chemicals. It's kind of like larger crystals and like brown sugar. or like sugar in the raw from Starbucks, if you're of that persuasion. Now once again, stir while pouring in the contents of Blick's Part B. And as soon as you start to do this, you'll notice a really cool reaction going on. The liquid instantly goes to a dark brown color. It starts sizzling and making a lot of noise. It's like a violent little science experiment. This step, it's really vital to have your mask on and be under proper ventilation. It's also like the coolest part. Upon closer inspection, you'll see it's turned into a really dark, kind of reddish, syrupy liquid. It's weird that it's bleach fix. You'd think that this stuff would just turn all your clothes white, but no, it just stains them. Now before we top it off to 1 liter, the instructions recommend pouring it back and forth from the mixing container to the containing bottle. I like to do this a few times to ensure it's all thoroughly mixed. As you can see in this clip, I'm aiming the spout of the funnel along the upper walls of the beaker to ensure that it washes off all the particles that collected up there. Now after stirring a buttload and making sure it's all thoroughly mixed, go ahead and top it off to 1,000 milliliters. Now grab that funnel, put it back in the bottle, and you're good to go. Well, happy developing. I hope this video was helpful to any newbies out there. I only started a few months ago and I've been having a blast. If you like this video, please leave. And if you didn't, go ahead and subscribe because this might be the first and last. So I'm not going to be bugging you in your newsfeed every day. If you enjoyed this video, you're welcome. If you didn't like the video, let me know in the comments below. This was really hard. YouTube's a lot of work. Please validate my existence with likes and comments. I quit my job. My family's starving. I don't know how I'm going to get dog food. This is a last-ditch attempt at normalcy and validation. Goodbye. So yeah, I've come a long way since then. My production value has gotten a lot better, and I've lost like 30 pounds, though it was muscle. I don't work out these days. And though that piece wasn't nearly as good as the stuff I'm making these days, my only regret is that I didn't just put it out there. I mean, you gotta start somewhere, but instead of just posting it and taking that first step in building my channel, I just sat on it for years and told myself I needed like 10 videos banked up before I could really do this YouTube thing. To be fair, it would be a lot easier if I had 10 videos banked up. Instead, I'm having to film this while I'm on vacation, and this is my studio for the day. Anyway, I guess my whole point is that you can't keep getting in your own way. No matter what you want to do in life, the best time to start is always now, no matter how much experience you got. I mean, you're only going to get better. So I hope you like this cringy throwback look at past Nick. And don't worry, a brand new video all about developing color film is coming soon, so be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see that. Thank you, Internet. I'm Nick. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm on vacation right now. We're in Tucson, Arizona. Tucson, Tucson, Arizona. We got to go to Albuquerque. I just went to Vegas. A lot of content is coming from this trip. Street photography in Vegas. Ultra large format shenanigans with Ethan Moses, Camera Dactyl, hanging out with Dr. SX70, Jeremy, Dr. Germs. This is probably going to be posted while we're still on the road back to the ranch. It's given me a lot to think about stepping away from my desk and thinking about the future of this channel. Maybe I shouldn't just paint myself into a corner and just do analog film photography stuff. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys would be fine with hearing my views on different things other than just film photography. You know, of course, starting with digital photography. That's the easiest way to branch out. But then you want to hear my philosophies on life? You want more motivational pieces like this? Get out, do you, just do it type shit? I don't know. Okay, now I gotta cut things together on vacation.